with good old Stu. We have a piece here from Barack Obama earlier this weekend where he was talking about the auto bailout. Here's what he said.
Just a few years ago, the auto industry wasn't just struggling, it was flatlining. GM and Chrysler were on the verge of collapse. Today, auto sales are the highest they've been in more than 4 years. GM is back. Ford and Chrysler are growing again. Together, our auto industry has created nearly 250,000 new jobs right here in America.
Okay. This bothered me so much. Here he is claiming that he saved the auto industry, and apparently that includes Ford, which is weird because that's not what Ford says in its own commercials. You have the Ford commercial?
I wasn't going to buy another car that was bailed out by our government. I was going to buy from a manufacturer that's standing on their own, win, lose, or draw. That's what America's about, is taking the chance to succeed and understanding when you fail that you got to pick yourself up and go back to work. Ford is that company for me.
Wow. Devastatingly good commercial. Stu is here to explain how the Obama administration using disinformation, and I was told that he was going to be dressed as a car today, and that's not dressed as a car. That is the worst costume I've ever.
No, it's a car.
That is awful.
Apparently,
absolutely awful.
This network's already run out of money.
All right, go ahead.
Maybe because we're buying giant polar bears all the time.
Could be. I'm just saying.
By the way, the Obama administration complained about that Ford ad, and Ford pulled it.
Why did they complain about it?
Because they complained that Ford they supported the bailouts at the time, and even though they didn't take any money, they were behind it. So they actually made them pull it. Unbelievable. But this is what Obama does. He says things like this. He pairs Ford with the bailouts to make it seem like he also bailed Ford out. But this is how the Obama administration targets low-information voters. For example, were the bailouts of GM and Chrysler a success? People are asked that question, and the answer is that they say it is slightly a success at 44% to 40%. So it's a slight win for the Obama administration, and maybe that's why they're touting it.
Depends on what you were trying to do.
Right. Right. That's very true. But the Obama administration uses tactics, low information, to get poll results like that. For example, the next slide shows another question asked. Did the auto bailouts make or lose the government money?
Lost.
So, right, everyone knows, we know, that they're going to lose between $20 and $25 billion. Drudge Report is today reporting that about $6.5 billion of that money is going overseas. Is that a success? I mean, certainly don't think so. But when you ask the people what the poll actually says is no, 46% of people are right on it. They know that they lost money. But 20% of people think the government made money on this, and 15% say that they're not sure. That's where the Obama focuses their energy.
Well, that's why Obama has got to keep the press on their side.
Yeah, they got to keep the press on their side to go after those other people. They'll get a share of the 46% that like it anyway, but that 35% is really where they go. Because when you ask them, now that you know the government is going to lose money on the GM bailout, then what happens next? What's your opinion? Are you playing now?
This Ford doesn't. This little Mustang does not like you and your little GM lies. Anyway,
no. If you ask people,
go ahead.
If you ask people, okay, now you know there's billions of dollars that have been lost. Now, do you think that they're a success? This is what the real state of this is, right? We are losing billions of dollars. We know that. What do people think when they have the facts? No, 59 to 29.
Still 59%. But here's something. I've not heard anybody say this before, Stu. Low information voters. Is that your term? Because that's really I've been saying he's targeting stupid people.
Yeah, I think that's the more official word.
It is, the low information voters.
I like that. Voters.
I like that.
And that's what they do. Think about that. With just the facts coming into play is a 34-point swing against the Obama administration. And that's just people knowing a very basic fact about this bailout. And it goes to minus 30 for the Obama administration. Now, if people had these facts and the press wasn't on their side, why would they be touting this? They wouldn't be. But instead, because of this swing, they are. It's the same thing with Cash for Clunkers. You remember Cash for Clunkers, the other big initiative that Obama had to get rid of bring back the auto industry. If you look at this chart here, you can see the Cash for Clunkers thing right there where the arrow is. And when Cash for Clunkers came in, there was a rise in auto sales right away because people who were going to buy cars anyway moved up their purchases to get the government money. Immediately after the end of Cash for Clunkers, it dropped straight back down and then eventually came back to normalize. And you see the dotted line there. If there was no Cash for Clunkers, it was basically the exact same pace as it would have been without us giving billions and billions and billions of dollars away to people so they can get rid of their old cars and buy new ones. These are stupid government stimulus programs that don't work.
How do people get the information? How do we get the information out about China and the relationship with GM? Because I think this is amazing.
I mean, there is a video. If we can get this video, it would be fantastic, because we pulled it for today. I didn't think we were going to have time for it. But this is one we've played on the radio a few times, and it's the CEO of GM talking in China.
After the bailout.
After the bailout.
In China.
In China, talking to the Chinese about their relationship with GM. Watch this.
Almost 7 out of every 10 automobiles, 7 out of 10 of our vehicles were made outside the United States.
Now, I haven't seen any polling on that yet, because I haven't seen it been used at all, really, even in commercials by Romney. But think about that. The main achievement of Barack Obama's relation to the car industry is a Bush bailout. When Bush started it, they took it on. They wound up losing tens of billions of dollars on it. It is an issue in which it was supposed to save American jobs when 70% of these cars are made overseas.
And this was him over in China touting it and proud of it. He was saying, he went on in that same video to say, and we're expecting to open up even more places around the world and fewer in America.
Yeah, and they're minus 30 on this issue before this video. You show this video to people, what is the GM bailout after that? We're bailing out 70% of workers in other countries? I mean,
I don't know why they don't. I don't know why some PAC doesn't take this video and show it.
Yeah, I mean, we can email it to you. I mean, if you're looking for it,
we got it. We'll post it at theblaze.com.
Yeah, I mean, just trust the guy in the red car outfit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just that easy.
Yeah, I mean,
back in a second.